Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited about today's video because it's going to be a review and first impression on a fragrance that I am kind of behind the curve on. This is a fragrance that was launched in 2021 that I guess, to my understanding, was a limited edition first time release, but then they decided to bring it back and apparently it's here to stay. And this is a fragrance by Fenty Eau de Parfum. I saw some people posting about it. I saw some ads popping up on Instagram and I was like, oh, it can't be that amazing. I didn't want to buy into the hype, and then one day I was just in Sephora and I saw it and I was like, well, let me smell it, and oh my gosh. I fell so in love with this, and it's definitely a unique offering in the designer world. So I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts and opinions on it and my experience with it. So let's jump into this video. So like I said, this was launched in 2021. It had a couple of releases, they sold out, and it was just announced a month or two ago that the fragrance is now here to stay. The pricing on this is a 2.5 ml bottle, 75 mLs, for $140. I thought that was a little pricey for a designer fragrances, but it kind of seems that prices are going up anyway for the designer world. I've noticed that designer fragrances are not as affordable as they used to be, but I kind of also understand the price point on this because the perfumer that worked on this fragrance and created this fragrance is the in-house perfumer for Louis Vuitton. So the same perfumer that makes all the Louis Vuitton fragrances made this fragrance as well. It's pretty unique, I think, in the designer world with celebrity fragrances. Well, I don't think that this is considered a celebrity fragrance because it is Fenty. It's not like a fragrance launched by Rihanna, like for Rihanna, if you know what I mean. It's by her beauty company, Fenty. So I think it's really cool that she kind of went to find a master perfumer to work with. So I'll just start off with saying that. Let's spray it. I was really blown away by this when I smelled it for the first time. I think that it is so unique comparing it to other fragrances in the designer world. This is kind of like a very nice, sensual, warm, floral scent. Star of the show for me in this, there's tangerine and there is magnolia. And the magnolia is just magnificent in this. I love magnolia fragrances. I've seen a lot of other people talking about how they think it's rose dominant. In my opinion, with my experience with it, the magnolia steals the show. But there's some other notes in this as well that make it really unique. This has a really nice muskiness to it. It has a blueberry note, which is not too common in. It has tangerine, like I said, it has Bulgarian rose, it has vanilla, it has this coconut, it has geranium, and a little bit of patchouli. And it's just this really pretty kind of like tropical, floral, slightly sweet from the tangerine. But this fragrance is actually, it's sweet, but it's also very tart from the tangerine. And it's kind of this really mysterious and sensual concoction. It's not like this typical floral coconutty scent that you're used to. It definitely has a very nice tropical vibe to it. The combination of this kind of like sour tartness in the tangerine and the florals is just so sexy. And the musk, there's so much musk in this. It's very musky and so sexy, so mysterious. It's just a beautiful combination, and it's very warm. It's a very warming fragrance. It's not like a typical kind of tropical fragrance. It has this really nice depth and warmth to it. And I do think that the blueberry comes across really well. Also, and the coconut, it's just, everything just works so beautifully in this. I have it on my skin. On the skin, it is even warmer than it is on the paper. It really comes to life on the skin. And this fragrance is actually marketed as unisex, and I do think that a man could easily pull this off. If you're a guy that likes white floral fragrances, definitely give this one a try. It's just so sexy on a man or a woman, but I think it would really shine on a woman. It's just stunning. It's so, like, I just can't stop smelling it. I've been testing it for the last couple days. I will say, in terms of the longevity, it's not the best for me. It could be one of those things where you go nose blind to, but honestly, when I first spray it, I can smell it. I think the projection is really good for the first hour or so, and then it kind of dies down. I'm not getting more than 4 hours of wear out of this though, honestly. It's definitely one that you have to constantly reapply, and it is definitely on the softer side. So like I said, I think it projects for the first hour. I could smell it on myself really well, but then after that, it kind of becomes like a really soft scent. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think that every fragrance that you own needs to be a loud projection beast. I think there is a time and place for like a softer fragrance, like for a date night or like a Netflix and chill kind of date night or something. When you want someone, you want a scent that kind of intoxicates someone. And when you really want to like draw someone into you, you know what I mean? You don't necessarily want a beast mode fragrance on for that kind of situation because it can become too much when you're really close. And I think that this one is a perfect, sexy date night kind of skin scent if you're like looking like a third date kind of fragrance. And I was just really pleased with this. I'm still testing and wearing it, and I'll continue to give you guys updates, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys my impression and share some of the notes and my experience so far with the performance. I think it's definitely a very interesting release, and I would love to know what your guys' thoughts are. I know that this one has been out for a little while, but I just finally got my hands on a bottle, so leave a comment below what you guys think about the Fenty Eau de Parfum. I would love to know your thoughts. Do you like it? Do you hate it? What do you think? Let me know below. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.